you're thinking of starting a career in human resources, you've come to the right place. My series on exploring careers in HR breaks down the major specialties within the HR field in a few very short videos to help you get a good understanding of what each specialty is about, the skills and education that's needed, salary ranges for someone just starting out in the position, and also a little bit about my personal experience working in each specialty. So be sure that you're also checking out the other videos in this series on recruiting, benefits, compensation, and others. Today, we're talking all about careers in training, or what some companies may call learning and development. If you're lucky enough to work for some of these companies that actually have training departments, you could potentially have the opportunity to work with many people to help them prepare for jobs in the company and also to help them excel in those jobs. So be sure that you're watching until the end as we learn more about what trainers do in organizations. Before we dive into all about training and development, let me introduce myself. I am Raquel, and I've been working in the HR field for over 10 years. And this channel is all about giving career advice and HR tips so that you can better navigate the professional world and really make an impact. I make weekly videos on these topics, so if you're interested in learning more about HR, job search tips, or just general career advice, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. So with more and more companies focusing on employee development, we are seeing many more job openings in this field. Where there was not opportunities before, you can now work one-on-one with employees or actually train large groups as a training manager. Training roles within companies create programs that help employees to develop skills and really garner the knowledge that they need to perform well in their roles. So when solid training programs are created for employees, it provides the company and organizations with a group of effective and efficient employees. In turn, leads to better overall performance by the company. Trainers are also responsible for tracking how effective their training programs are. So they may have to ask themselves many questions, including, are employees learning what they should in the programs? Did employees really find the programs engaging? Is classroom training better than self-driven training? These are all things that trainers must keep an eye on if employees go through training programs, and they really need to evaluate and to make sure that anything needs to be adjusted with the training. So trainers are always making adjustments so that they can improve the quality of their lessons. Trainers also play a big part in finding resources that will be most useful for employee training programs. So these resources may include videos, books, publications, visual aids, and more. Trainers really help to determine which tools will be best so that employees can learn better. One of the most difficult parts of a trainer's job is really adhering to budgets for training initiatives. So some training programs can be very expensive depending on the resources needed. So trainers do a lot as far as balancing, because they have to ensure employees are being trained correctly, but they also have to ensure that the program is cost effective for the company. Usually trainers have annual budgets which determine which tools and resources they can use throughout the year. So there are some key skills that you will need to possess to become a successful trainer. So number one, trainers have to be direct. There is no room for vagueness when it comes to training. Trainers have to be able to structure their talks and their training so that employees are clear on exactly what is being taught, so that they can in turn implement the skills that they've learned throughout the training program. Number two, trainers must be organized. There's so much to keep track of when you're a trainer. So there's a lot of documents that need to be put together, modules that need to be created. Trainers also have to track employees and if they've completed training and if they're not. They also need to track progress and budgets and things like that. And all of that requires great organizational skills. Trainers also have to be great communicators and great writers. So sometimes trainers are in training sessions for hours and hours during the day. And then they also have to be great writers so that they are doing a great job at communicating what needs to be communicated in a direct and concise way. So when you're in training sessions, you're verbally communicating and trying to train on principles, and you have to be very direct in your communication and organized in your thoughts so that your employees are really getting what they need from the training. Another key skill to being a great trainer is that you really have to have an engaging personality and have fun. No one likes a boring trainer. No one likes to sit through 8 hours of training that is not engaging and it's just boring. So trainers really have to find ways to make some trainings that are hours long fun and engaging to the employees so that employees leave with skills, but they also leave feeling upbeat and really ready to apply those skills. So let's talk about what type of education is required to become a trainer with a company or a training manager. So most trainers actually possess at least a bachelor's degree. And some of the fields that they concentrate in could be business, it could be human resources, or it could be education. Many trainers you see actually come out of the education field and they come into corporate America and actually are put in a good position where they can actually train employees and use their education as a teacher and as an educator, more so in corporate America. So let's talk about pay, how much you can expect to make as a training manager or a trainer. So according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, training managers nationally average about $108,000 a year. And training coordinators, those positions can start anywhere from $23 to $28 an hour, which really depends on your work experience, the industry that you're in, because some industries pay more than others, and also the work location. As we know, some cities pay more than others. The company size also plays a big role in how much trainers make. So at a large company, there will be more responsibility. Chances are that trainer will be training folks across different states. They'll be doing a lot of virtual training. So the pay more than likely would be more versus working for a smaller company. So my experience in training actually comes in my role that I am currently. So I'm not a trainer per se or a training manager. I'm actually an HR manager, but I have a lot to do with training of leaders within my organization. And I love this. I love to actually train leaders on HR principles that they can apply as managers in the business. So you don't necessarily have to be a trainer to actually take part in training initiatives at your organization. Anyone in the organization can contribute to training because really it's a 360 effort. But if you're lucky enough to have a position where you're just a trainer or just a training manager, you're really in for a great rewarding career. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.